Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Solo from the Cluster Alpha Born, and today I'm going to be talking more about layering any sort of area, any building spots, or even multi-stacking in a cave. I did touch upon this subject briefly in one of my past videos, but some people are still not too sure on how to achieve it or how to do it. So today I'm back on my single player, back to official settings, and I'm going to show you guys how to get all this done so you can actually go into any building spot, any cave. You can build a bridge, you can build different styles of turret towers, or you can just multi-layer the cave that you're building in. So, as you can see right now, I've just laid down some standard foundations. We're actually in the triple waterfall on Val, so some people obviously they like to build in here, but they find it difficult to get it looking nice or looking smart. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to place down our foundations. Now as you can see here, I can't actually foundation anymore coming off. Now there's two different styles we're going to do, and I'm going to explain both of them. So the first things first that you can do is very simply, as mentioned before, is we're going to use a pillar and we're going to pillar down to create a new snap point. Okay, so this is the main thing. You need every part of your base to be the same snap point to make sure it's as efficient as possible. So there you go, as you can see now that foundation is snapping, which means that I'm using the same snap point as I did above. So we're just going to place some of these down very quickly. Okay, so same again, if you ever build a bridge and you've had to pillar down 200 times, this is actually the best way to do it, or the better way. It's not necessarily the most secure way. For example, if someone was to say C4 this pillar here, then whatever you've built above here would fall, but at the same time there are ways you can counter that. Nothing's going to be unraidable, nothing's going to be undestroyable. That's the one thing to remember. On PvP, someone's going to figure out some way to ruin your day, basically. And that's part of the excitement of playing on PvP. Okay, so we're just going to keep placing down some more foundations down here. Now, because I've done this, right now I can actually now build more layers on top. Okay, so let's get some ceilings out. So as you know, you can normally only go 2 ceilings from a foundation. So because I'm using the same snap point down beneath, or should I say down below, I can keep using the same snap point with the ceilings and it registers it. Now, downside to that is, as I mentioned, if someone gets rid of these pillars, then the top half falls when it actually registers that it's been destroyed. There we go. So you see the whole thing fell. So, other things that we can do, let me just get some more ceilings down again. Other things that we can do here to help with this is cliff plats. They can be very helpful in the sense of putting down more foundations rather than ceilings. So let me just see, you're going to let me place. So as you can see, I'm putting it quite close up. I want to make sure the foundations can definitely be placed on it. So that's one other thing we're going to do now. So instead of here being ceilings, we're actually going to make them foundations. Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to rush this, and because I'm trying to rush it, I'm actually going slower than I would if I actually slowed down a bit. There we go, can't get there. Right. So same again, these are all the same snap points. Very quickly, before I forget, what I want to mention as well is I don't actually recommend using pillars. Okay, so if you want to give yourself the best chances of this surviving no matter what, instead of doing just one snap point, you can do 3, 4, 5, 6 snap points. But instead of using pillars, as you can see, they only have 6,250 HP. I actually recommend double door frames. Okay. And as you can see, a double door frame has 10k, the same as a metal wall. So 1, These are a bit harder for people to say tank and rocket at the same time, because there's a good chance the rockets will just go straight through and miss. But because they have more HP, again, we're trying to make things as expensive as possible. So yeah, you might get in my base, but it's not going to be cheap, it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be free. So as you can see now, we are actually just sitting on that door frame altogether, which also means that I'm able to use a foundation here. So that looks a bit neater or a bit tidier already. Originally you are going to need to do a pillar down just to be safe, I suppose, but let's go again from here. Yeah, let's get some more ceilings here. So like I said, this is great for layering caves, but it's not just for caves. Any base spot you have is only restricted by your imagination. So you can make any base multi-layered without needing to find 2 million different snap points and trying to wedge it all together and make it look like it somewhat fits. If you just try and use the same snap point through the entire base, then you can actually make multiple safe ports or points. So for example, let's say I'm going to door frame down here. Now, just so we're clear as well, very quickly, I'm not saying build in this location. I know from some of my recent videos where I just pick a location that I think looks good to make the video for, but not necessarily build in it. People, not everyone, but some people on YouTube, they take what I'm saying, my position, so literal, like my chandelier video. I didn't say build a base right on the edge of a cliff next to the ocean, yet someone is like, oh, that's an easy raft raid. I didn't say build it there, I just said look at the design. Same again with this video, look at the design. Okay, use this in this cave if you really want to, or use it in a different cave. But either way, it's the design I'm trying to show you. Okay, so as you can see, we've now got 2 different connected points. So again, if someone was to destroy this one, nothing changes because we have another snap point, okay? So if you are building in a large area, or if you're trying to cover a large space, you can make, like I said, multiple snap points, and that's going to make it harder to destroy. You can even try hiding some. If you were to say, I don't know, put up dinosaur gates around the outskirts, you could probably get some door frames on one side of the dinosaur gate that looks like it leads to nowhere, and then chances are raiders are going to feel there's no point blowing that up because there's nothing behind it. Okay, so again, so yeah, just a little recap. So you can just foundation, drop down more foundations and ceiling across, but for more security, if you have a chance to, or if you have the option to lay the cliff plat, then I recommend laying the cliff plat. The other thing as well is if they end up, a raider destroys the cliff plat, only the foundations fall, as you can see. Some of the ceilings did there, I believe, because there's no foundations underneath, so I'm going to go and fix that in a second. Let me see if I can replace this quickly, if it will let me yet. Alright, so about there. So as you've seen so far, destroy a door frame, nothing really changes. Destroy a cliff plat, only the cliff plat disappears and what was on top of it, nothing else. So that's the entire point of this building style, is that everything is linked together, which means in the long run it is a lot more work for a raider to foundation wipe your entire base, because it's all connected. Okay, so down there as well I need some more foundation, so I'm just going to pillar down again. We've pillared down. Let's see if we can get a cliff plat in here. Oh, I think we can. So let's put that about there. Let's see where the foundation will snap. It does, that looks good. That may be one snap point lower. Oh no, it is the same. Nice one, that's worked out perfectly. Okay, so now we're going to look at getting rid of this pillar, turning it into door frames. Same method also works for stairs. So if you're trying to make quite a long rail of stairs, you can just put foundations in a straight line underneath. You may need one or two ceilings here or there, but apart from that, the same method will work. Ooh, that's twice in a row. Come on, slow down. There we go. Let's see if we can get another cliff back here. You gonna let me? Anywhere here? It's probably because that metal. I saw green. There we go. Oh, that's a bit high. Alright, I'll do it, but that's a bit high, isn't it? Alright, so again here we're just gonna ceiling, pillar. There we go, nice snap point there. Ooh, that hasn't even snapped with him. There we go. Now we can get rid of this bit now. You probably will have to stay a ceiling, which is fine. The whole point of this is, like I said, connecting it all up. And for those watching this who like to have a fun deddy or non-official to play on, but necessarily don't like admins, we are actually getting close to one of our wipes, because Alphaborn only wipes once every 6 months. We put a feeler out for our players at the 4-month mark, but essentially we aim for the 6-month mark. But yeah, so we're now approaching a potential wipe, and next season is going to be with no admin assistance. Okay, we will be there if they're, say, meshing, or if someone's actually doing something which is quite clearly unfair and against regulations or against the rules. But apart from that, we're going to try and kind of be a little bit like official. So no BBS, no admin support or admin help or grace. We want the team to have a break, because we've actually been here for over 1.5 years now. Alphaborn's been running for nearly 2 years, which means I've been here every day for 2 years. I'm ready for a break. I need a vacation. But the second thing as well is, me and Pixie and a lot of our team, we're actually from Official, so I miss the good old official days where, it was who found the best level to tame, and who did the best breeding, and who got colours through breeding, rather than, admin, can you paint this for me please? So we're going to have one 3-month season. So again, like I said, if you like the Alphaborn settings, and you want to come have a laugh, but you don't want there to be admins, next season's the time to try it. It's only going to be a 3-month season, and at the 3-month mark we will be putting a new vote up, because the whole cluster runs on community votes. This isn't what I say goes. This is literally, if you're part of the community, I want to know what you think, and what you believe will make things better. We don't obviously do everything that, say, one person recommends us we do, but we do actually have conversations and discussions about it. We do actually consider it and do any tests or experiments that we need to see if it will be better, which is why every season of Alphaborn there is something different, or there are small differences, and that's the whole goal. The whole point of the Alphaborn cluster was, how do we build a fair cluster where players actually have a say. Because of that as well, obviously some players have been banned from being a bit too toxic, or there has been a lot of argument. Ark is a very angry but passionate game. But yeah, for anyone who likes our settings but doesn't like having admins around, next season is the season for you to try. And then at the end of that season the vote will go up and we will see if we are staying with no admins or if we are bringing admins back. Alright, that's looking pretty good right now. And as you can see, all I've been doing is the same snap point the whole time. I could literally cover this whole area in just one snap point. That's looking pretty good so far. And then the good thing from this as well, where's this door frame? Second ceiling in, I'm thinking. Right. So again, because it's all one snap point, I can actually use it and multi-layer, giving myself a lot more dino space, a lot more crafting space, turning one big empty room into multi-storage, giving me the most space out of it. Now, yeah, like I said, if you don't do multiple snap points to where it all holds itself up, you have to bear in mind, on official, caves are 6 times damage, which means destroying pillars and probably even a door frame is going to be quite easy. So yeah, I do recommend multiple snap points at the very least. If you can hide them, great. If not, don't worry too much, just make sure there's quite a few. But I mean, let's be honest as well, if the raid is already in your base, there's not a whole lot you can do. So even here, as I come to the end here, I'd probably make this another snap point. So there's that, and then let's attach a ceiling to it. There we go, it's looking good. Looking good. There we go. So there we go. So as you saw at the start, there was literally just the 2 top shelf parts, water in the middle, bottom ground. And I imagine a lot of people, well, I've seen a few bases where they build, say, the main house bit here, and then they stop. They put some walls or dino gates up here for the dino pen, then they stop. And then they build a crafting station up here, and then they stop. So they're basically limiting themselves. This way, you actually remove a lot of your limitations and you're connecting all of it. Alright, so here again we could probably snap this quite easily. Just need to get a foundation down if I can. Don't destroy anything other than this metal, please. Thank you. Oh, that's something hittable. There we go. Anything else? Yep, okay. Alright. Oh, can't do it there. That's a bit mean. Okay, let's put this away. I don't know why, but whenever you're holding a tech sword in GCM and you put it away, it automatically stops you flying. It's a bit strange. If I did that there, would that still snap? That looks good. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just wanted to show you that how I would or how I can connect this. And then same again here, if you really wanted to, like you just want extra protection, again you can cliff plat it up. Yeah, cliff plat it. But you have to be above it, so I probably have to get rid of some of these ceilings now to do it. Might be the door frames that are in my way. There we go. Yeah, so I did that. Same again, I don't need to do all of these ceilings, which were just here. Just going to foundation it all. Alright guys, so let's have a final look at that. And very quickly while I'm flying over to it, if you haven't subbed already guys, please do. It would mean a lot to me. Give the video a thumbs up if you have found it helpful or useful. But as you can see there, that's 3 layers built. That's giving me a lot more room already. Giving me a lot more space. And by connecting it all here as well, it means that once this bit is done, I can actually focus more on defences, because of course that's the one thing we really need. We need to get to that level where we can get some decent defences going to protect our days, weeks, months of grinding. There we go, right, I think that'll do for up there. 3rd layer, as you can see again, it's all the same snap point, so I can literally build however I want. I can do any funny pattern. This is actually how we build a lot of our mazes on Alphaborn as well, when we do admin events. There we go. So as you can see there, look, that is just basically floating. And it's all because it's the same snap point down below. Alright guys, so like I said, I hope you found this helpful. If you have any more questions regarding building, let me know. I do have a few videos coming up where I'm going to be talking about defending against raiding dinos, building against certain raiding dinos, and going through there. But essentially, if there's anything you want to see from me guys, just let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to help. Until next time, I will catch you on Alphaborn.